Hey everybody, hope you're doing well today. Thanks for joining me for day 53 though. I skipped yesterday for a wonderful reason. Yesterday when we celebrated my stepfather, to me is my father, his 89th birthday. And I specifically went to this writing because I wanted to honor veterans today. Yeah, I'm a veteran, but it's mostly, there's so many people I'm in awe of today and yesterday that have served, like my stepfather. So just wanted to share something in honor of him and other veterans today. Given the current state of our country and our world, everybody that puts on the uniform, even, of course, cops and all first responders, firemen and everyone, that this just, they see a lot of things that we can never fathom. A few passages, Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 8, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. Matthew 24, verses 6 to 7. You will hear of wars and rumors of wars, but to see it, that you are not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. Nations will rise against nations, and kingdoms against kingdoms. There will be famine and earthquakes on various places. Ephesians 6, verse 11. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. Amen. Thanks be to God. So there's a lot of veterans in my family, and my stepdad is retired lieutenant colonel from the Army Reserves. He's my hero. All the medals he has and all the certificates and so forth. Through him and other family members and friends that have served and are serving, I became more and more appreciative of serving and decided to serve my country as well. And when I went in the Air Force, I was in active duty 4 years, and then I did a little bit of reserves. I was medically discharged, but again, from my firsthand experience, I definitely extra started to really care and respect veterans. Um, this feeling of importance grew in me when I worked at the VA hospital for a few years here locally, and helping my brothers and sisters has become a strong soapbox of mine. We are indeed a unique population in the community, even our own culture, if you will. When taking time to say thank you and welcome home to a veteran, you open communication and initiate a process of trust that's not easy for them or us to do on our own a lot of times. Just to open up is very challenging. Um, the healing of being apart and appreciated, of being heard and being appreciated, is just beyond words for veterans. This is where the spiritual or theological part comes into play. I personally feel that everyone should spend at least one day sitting at a VA clinic, a hospital lobby. You'll hear things that you just never thought you would, and it will make you appreciate what you have and what you've gone through, or make you feel like you're not alone as well. They're struggling to get their benefits, they're struggling to get their medical care, all of the above, for years or decades even. What kind of jobs they did when they were in the military. Nevertheless, non-veterans that are concerned genuinely about us and our community aid in this healing tremendously. Um, it's just beyond, it's so helpful. Many of us feel invisible to non-veterans. Camaraderie is important, and we help each other tremendously. But non-veterans, they just bring something because they've seen enough and they care enough about this country and this world, and they're just such faith believers that they know to help. And it's not just about veteran, non-veteran. It's about combat, non-combat. Though it's not something we do to each other. I think it's just sometimes a lot of us. I feel like, well, I wasn't combat, but I have MST and residuals is a nice way to say it. And we all have something. We all have battles. Well, everybody, even if you're not in the military, has had battles and cause for PTSD. There's been a lot of controversy since Bible days, or people using the Bible about war and how it affects the world, it affects the country, it affects the person. But, many people use the Bible for excuses not to, or excuses to. just really need to read it so you can see it. And let God talk to you when you read the Bible. Don't let people tell you what to believe in that. There's so much war that was in the Bible, and to learn from the wars then and compare it to the wars today. The bottom line is that those veterans and their family members who served alongside them, a lot of people forget them, and that's extremely important in my opinion as well. They live with daily memories that a lot of us cannot fathom, and I have mine, but there's so many people that were served a lot longer than I did or were in combat and so forth. I just am in awe and thank God for them. So please keep praying for the veterans that you know and that you don't know, and here locally, but also around the globe. You know, no matter how we feel about things politically here or there, all soldiers are still children of God. Today's world is especially scary in many aspects. Many triggers are out there for veterans with Afghanistan and Ukraine and all kind of issues. So always check in on those that are close to you or that you just know that are veterans, because a lot of things in this world are affecting them today. So just, you know, I had to do this today to just respect my stepfather and have honor for him and others that I know have served. So just something kind of casual, but I want you to know I love all of y'all and thank you all for everything. I want to leave you with a few more passages before I go. John chapter 15, verse 13. Greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends. Joshua 1 and 9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not tremble or be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Psalms 82, verses 3 to 4. Give justice to the weak and fatherless and to the fatherless. Maintain the right of the afflicted and the destitute. Rescue the weak and the needy, and deliver them from the hands of the wicked. Think of what all the military and the veterans can do for you and have done for you and will do for you. Keep them in your heart, even our fellow veterans if you're a veteran. I love all y'all, and again, first responders as well. God bless.